Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of On the Mic with Mike. I'm your host, Mike Larkin, and joining me today is bodybuilder, is sessions wrestler, the beautiful Miss Jasmine Leclerc. Jasmine, it's a pleasure and a privilege to have you on the show. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
I cannot complain. First and foremost, I'm talking to you. We're going to discuss your amazing career that you've had thus far, so it is a good day all in all. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and I'm talking to you, so that is a plus all around, my friend.
Thank you. Actually, not sunny outside for me, but still in my heart.
Hey, still at the end of the day, we're living another day and we're waking up and we're doing what we get to love to do. So there's a plus. There's a positive spin on it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So first and foremost, I got to ask you because every journey has its start, every journey has its ongoing. So I have to ask you, Miss Jasmine Leclerc, you've been doing a lot of great work into the bodybuilding field, which we'll talk about here, and the sessions world as well. I'm curious, how did you gravitate towards the world of bodybuilding? Because you, my friend, look absolutely fabulous. You're doing what you're doing and your overall discipline from the fitness side of things. What really gravitated you towards getting into bodybuilding, into fitness, and to what we see today as your overall being?
Yeah. Actually, bodybuilding for me currently saved my life from anorexia, and I choose to put everything I had into this because as a session girl, being a fit model will help me to, increase my social media and also having a business online. So I decided to just put all the stuff I had into that because I'm really passionate into the health and healing as well. Bodybuilding, people think it's all about lifting weight, but at first it's really about what you eat during the day. So, it's a lifestyle. So you need to love this lifestyle. Other way, you're going to mess up. So.
Understood completely. I look at it from a stance to the discipline that goes into it. And I look at it from a stance of everything in life is an art form. And at the end of the day, what you're doing is an art form. And I think from where you were from your anorexia to where you are now, that is a hurdle. And that's the trial and tribulations that we have in life. And it's great to see you come out of that and do something that you love and really spread a lot of positivity.
Yeah, actually, I cannot tell that it's always easy because during COVID, I did prep to competition in a row who has been canceled. So to be honest, I've been struggling to my bulimia again because I got depressed. Having a two prep for a show that never happened, putting all my money in. I don't have a lot of sponsor because I'm not really popular into the bodybuilding industry, but still, this point make me realize that I just want to do it as a lifestyle. It's not about doing competition because, you might do a competition, but it's not going to give you any money back. All the money you put in, all the money you put in the suit and the coach and the prep and the gear, I decided to just quit that way and just to go into growing my session girl industry.
Agreed. Oh yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. Don't mean to cut you off, but I gotta say, Jasmine, like you were talking about the fact that you're struggling. There's the depression side of things. I think what's interesting is everybody's gone through it with what we've seen with the COVID and the pandemic really transpire. But from a stance too, the positive side of things is you get to be creative at home. You know what I'm saying? There's home workouts, there's discipline, and things are starting to slowly back up. So there's a plus at the end of the day from it.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been lucky for we had a first quarantine in Canada, then we've been back into quarantine after the summer. And I met my boyfriend who helped me through having a gym because I've been moving to his place maybe like 2 months after we met, and his roommate had like a complete gym equipment. So I was lucky for that because I've been able to keep my routine on. Even if like I was supposed to travel to USA to make session, I had to cancel again like 3 times. I felt so bad about the people I've been canceling on because I like to do what I'm saying, and like I was so many overbooked for USA, and the things that I hating the most is that I'm not being able to do what I was supposed to do. But still, I've been able to grow my Instagram, my OnlyFans, I mean, OnlyFans actually have so much content that I don't know why is that's so trouble to have an algorithm. You know, you have to work for your algorithm. I'm not kind of really um, I'm not really good into managing sometimes. So pretty much my OnlyFans have pretty awesome content that people missed out for only $15 a month. I mean, I saw a lot of girls, and I do share a lot of girls who don't post as I do, who don't give as I do, and they charge way more. I mean, you missed something on that because I post a lot about fetish, about upcoming soon wrestling session, private session I will post on. And I mean, the fact coming the positive way into that is that I've been able to grow my social media, but pretty much that's it.
Hey, I completely understand. First and foremost, as a content creator, that's what you have to do. You have to grow the social media. And I'll say this, we'll get into your OnlyFans in a second, but like you were saying, from the international side of things, and I think this is where you're an asset, we have so many women from all around the world doing these sessions wrestling, doing these sessions industry, and Jennifer Thomas does a great job with the website and all in all. So I think for you, you're one of the hot commodities out there, and I'm sorry that you didn't get to do some of the USA stuff, but I gotta say, from the work that you have done, it really shines in through your personality and your overall work.
Thank you very much. I mean, you know, what we all struggle, we put and we show on social media always the positive side, but as I am, I'm really transparent about myself, and I'm not the one who have a pretty higher self-confidence, so sometimes it's hard for me to kick my ass and just go through what I'm supposed to go through. You know, we want to show the best of us on social media, and sometimes, you know, we hide about the dark side, and that's what I don't want to do anymore. I just want to be myself as my personality, and I'm really grateful to be a part of Session Girl because it made me feel that I really wanted to do something nice. And actually going to New York in 2 weeks, pretty much excited about that. This is a new stuff going on, and I mean, things going back to open, and we're going to start back to live. Anyway, so yeah.
Absolutely agree, and I look at it from a stance too as well. What's great about the sessions world is we have so many people from different assets of life, like I mentioned. But what's cool about it is too is like the preferences, and it really shows how everybody is unique as a human being. It's great just to see what everybody's into, and I'm sure it shines through with your work and your clientele just to see the many different aspects of what they're into every time that we see a session take place.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's people for everyone. I do not like to session with everybody because we all have our standard. And I mean, I do agree with that. We have to be open-minded to do session girl because it's completely another world of fetish and fantasy about, you know, when you're a bodybuilder and you walk out, just, you know, doing my daily walk outside, people look at me too many way that, you know, in Canada, people are not open-minded as USA. So always looks weird when people look at me in a way that they don't know who I am. And they was like, what's that shape outside, you know? But kind of feel grateful about that.
I look at it from a stance too, from the United States side of things and the U.S. side of things. We've become more open and, dare I say, to expand and broaden our horizons. I look at it from a stance too, where unfortunately a term that gets thrown around is the term mannish, because when people look at a lot of beautiful women like yourself with muscles and the overall physique that you have, which is absolutely amazing, they tend to judge, and that's, I think, what a lot of people should get over that hurdle when it comes to the judgment side of things on that, because everybody comes in different shapes and sizes, and everybody is really unique in their own way. So I got to say, from the Canada side of things, I hope that they become more open-minded and broaden horizons, because in the USA, we love it. We love it. You got it going on, Jasmine.
Thank you. I mean, the thing that I hate about people right here, because they don't know my story. They will see the, you know, they see the shape, but they don't know inside what I've been through and what I do been through during my day. It's not always easy being a bodybuilder, having a lifestyle as I do, being my own I'm my own coach. I'm my own businesswoman. I don't have any manager. I do manage all my stuff alone. So sometimes the pressure I have on myself is like I need to wake up, do my cardio, do my workout, then make some picture for my OnlyFans, make some video, and then I need to manage all my email for my booking to my session. So sometimes people will look at you, they will judge you for the way they will see you, but they don't even know who you are. So I'm really not the kind of person who like to judge people by the way they look, but more about the personality. That's why I'm pretty much walking by myself. I don't have a big circle of friends because I hate those fake people who will just be with you to complain, and try to have things from you. So kind of 2021 society who will always be selfish and try to take things from you. And, that's why I decided to just do my shit and don't give a don't give a fuck about what people in Canada think about me, because I've been judged a lot in Montreal and Quebec. That's why I moved to Ontario recently, because I was too exhausted about those people who see me as a sex worker, which is not, because being a session girl, it doesn't mean to do sex with people, you know. So I just decided to quit Quebec and move into Ontario, and pretty much easier for me to travel to USA from there. So yeah.
Beautifully said, and I'm glad that you brought that up, because with the term sex worker, I'm like, here's the thing, because when people, it's the common misconception and how people misconstrue things. It's like when it comes to the sessions wrestling world, like it has nothing to do with sex. It has to do with, there's a lot of wrestling, there's a lot of there's a lot of uniqueness, and we talked about preferences, but I mean there's a lot of systematic dissection, joint manipulation. There's wrestling holds, wrestling maneuvers, but it's one of those things where you get into that particular scenario, that different stereotype, if you will. But what's interesting too is you also look at modeling. Like there's women of all different shapes and sizes. There's plus size modeling. There's modeling as a whole, and we got a lot of beautiful women out there. So to exude and accentuate that is a plus on any level.
Yeah, actually, for me, as an open-minded person, doing some session who include fetishes doesn't include sex. It's just a fantasy that people want to live beside their real life. Sometimes we have so many things going on in our daily journey that we want to just hide from there and have a good time with the session girl who will give you what you want and to make you discover the fantasy you always wanted to. So that's why I do love doing this, because for myself, I can be my own personality and be fit-based at the same time. So it's pretty nice, because the thing that I love from people from the session and my clientele, they love Fitbeast, but they also love Jasmine because I'm myself. I can do a role play as Fitbeast, but can also do Jasmine as a real-time girl. So it's not about personality when it comes to session girl and you want to keep your clientele. And, it's new to me to travel around the world and being able to do this as a lifestyle, because I did put so much energy into this the past 2 years during COVID. I've been working on my social media a lot to grow and increase the view and being, recognized by people to know that I exist and I have something to bring to people. Not just about doing session, but about doing you can kick your ass and become the one you always wanted to be. So, yeah.
That's a very empowering message, and I love that overall mentality of it. And like you were talking about deciphering between Jasmine and Fitbeast, which I'm going to say right now, I love that name, the Fitbeast Goddess. I think that's absolutely amazing, and it's very marketable, and it really accentuates you. But I think when you look at the Fitbeast and you as a whole, I mean, it's one and the same, but I think as the Fitbeast, you got more of the volume turned up, and it really shows just, again, your overall being and you applying your overall craft. So it's a nice mix, and it's a nice blend for people.
Yeah. That's why I post my email is Fitbeast 2.0, which is the new Fitbeast who I started, people knew me from the beginning, who I was just a little girl. I was starting my journey into bodybuilding, not much as I do right now. And they just saw the transformation. And then that helped me increase my popularity. And I'm so grateful for that, because I do can give myself all that stuff, because I am the one who worked here hard for this without anyone. And when I say without anyone, it's truly without anyone, because some people in this industry have their boyfriend, have their manager doing the stuff. And I do not complain about that. I'm just saying that doing all that things alone sometimes.
Exactly, and I look at it from a stance too, like you also talking about doing it yourself, and that's a very common phrase as well. It's DIY, it's do it yourself. You're very independent, and I absolutely respect the hell out of you for that. And I think what's great about you too is the professionalism, and everything that you've gone through has really made you a stronger person. So, with the utmost sincerity and respect, I got to give you kudos for that, because it really has paid off in the end run for you, Jasmine.
Yeah, thank you. Sometimes, I do need to get back into my spiritual being. I've been losing that weight since 1 year. I mean, I've been forgetting. I was prepping like from October, no, not from October, from August last year to November. And like since there, when competition get canceled, I've been into depression a lot. During December, January, February, March. Actually, I was so much depressive about that, because I've been putting all my money into this. I was cutting all the session girl away, because I had to put all my energy into my prep. And also, the thing that I did realize is that competition is maybe not for me, because, you need to be 100% into that. And it made me, get back into my food disorder, which is not what I wanted to do. So I did discover that I went to bodybuilding, who made me just realize that I just want to be fit as a lifestyle. So that's why I just decided to get back into session girl full time, and putting all my energy into my OnlyFans, and using that way that I want to increase, and just to make people realize that you don't need to compete to be a bodybuilder. You can just do it for a lifestyle. It's a pretty nice lifestyle that you have a routine, and you can show people that you can build a physique, and not just a physique. For me, my shape is the how to say, it's my strength.
It's the epitome. Yeah, it's the epitome of you.
Yeah, it's the result of the strength I have inside to fight against my food disorder, to fight against what I fight when I was young. People doesn't know my story, but I didn't have any parents to be there for me as a childhood. I haven't any childhood. I didn't live any, as normal kids. I didn't have it. I've been struggling into foster family, all the police, all the stuff, drug parents have trouble, or alcohol parents, all that shit that people doesn't know about me. It made me realize that the way I am today is pretty much the strength and my shape. It's a result of what I've been living through all my life. Because sometimes I was close to that when I was 80 pounds, And when I saw a picture of a fitness woman, which is Michelle Lewin, I did realize that I wanted to be fit myself too. And it begins that way when I was 18 years old. I was close to death, and I was at 80 pounds, eating pretty much 300 calories a day, and realized that I need to get back on track and to find myself. And Session Girl helped me through discover myself into, being fandom domination. People, I love that because I can be my own boss and I can decide to, you know, to, how to say, I can decide who I want to be. I can decide who I want to be also because being a fandom, it's pretty much showing your strength against men, which, people doesn't know my story, but I had pretty much violence when I was young. I lived hard time with men, and this way of session girl helped me to just get back on track and to show the real beast who I am and decide what I want to do with my body. And I'm really grateful about this.
Also look at it from a stance too. When you talk about the dominatrix side, and I say this in jest, but it's true. Sometimes us men need a good kick in the butt. So I totally understand where you're coming from. It's a very powerful and it's a very exhilarating rush when it comes to that line of work. And I got to say, you do it beautifully. But also at the same time, I got to ask you, because with what you've gone through, your story, and just in general, it's amazing just to see you come out on that light at the end of the tunnel. And I got to say, you're going to be inspiring a lot of women going forward. So that's got to make you feel good. And I mean, I can't wait to see what the future holds for you, Jasmine.
Thank you. I do, for myself, I do what's going on the earth. I'm honest, but I don't think I will live through my 60 because there's so many things going on since the COVID. People don't realize that the earth is suffering from what we've done to her. And actually, it's not going to get better. It's just going to get worse. People don't realize that people want to just overpower and have money, and then don't take time to just get back to the essential, which is like human being and connecting with your inner self and being just spread the love,
Agreed wholeheartedly, and I look at it from a stance too with everything that's going on in the world. Yes, we have these vaccinations, but like you were talking about, it's just money. We still see people selfish when it's from a stance. It's like, yo, we're starting to get back to where we are, some sense of normalcy, but at the same time, it's like, let's be safe in the process and let's not be a divided front. Let's be a united front, and that goes on all aspects of life.
Yeah, I do respect all the opinion about the COVID. For myself, I got the vaccine not because I wanted it, it's just because I wanted to get back into session. Pretty much the only reason, because I'm really against the vaccine. I mean, for myself, I don't think that you can find a vaccine in only a couple months when you cannot find a vaccine for cancer. It's always a pharmaceutical business. It's not about money. Government want to make money about us. Let's do this and just use it at your advantage. That's why I just decided to take it and get back on work, because if I wasn't, I would be again at home trying to struggle with the fact that I cannot travel and all that stuff. So,
yeah. Oh, no. I hear you. I look at it from a stance too. Is we got two ways to do it. Or three exactly. You can get the vaccine. You don't have to get the vaccine, or it's that line in the middle where it's like, yeah, I really don't want to get it, but I kind of need to get it so I can continue some sense of normalcy. So I understand. There's always that line where it's just like, you know what? I have to do this. I may not want to do this, but it's something that needs to be done.
Yeah, exactly.
What also needs to be done is people need to check out your OnlyFans, Miss Jasmine. We will segue into that because first and foremost, you get to have a great community with fans. You get to look sexier than ever, and you provide a lot of great content with your OnlyFans. I got to put over the OnlyFans front because you are absolutely killing it. I love what I see.
Thank you. I mean, I do work a lot for this, and I do give a lot to people. I see some girls who post and like they charge for only 2-minute video, and I'm like, I'm just gonna give. That's me. Just support is pretty much important for me. And when you support, you receive a lot, and people miss a lot when you don't go my OnlyFans. That's pretty much all the thing you need to see. Is pretty much on my OnlyFans. You can see all about muscle fetish, food fetish, and actually, I'm gonna shoot content with a friend in New York about wrestling, scissoring, femdom session, there's so many things coming up. So I wish that people are going to go see up there. And, I'm always open-minded for a custom video. I do a lot of stuff, and I do pretty much every kind of request. So, yeah, I'm really happy for that because I decided to get back on my OnlyFans in December, and I did not regret it because I think it helped me a lot to just people from there see that I'm doing sessions. So even from OnlyFans, I get people who want to see me in real. So that's pretty nice.
I mean, it is a plus. It's everything that's on the up and up there. And I also look at it from a stance, too. Like, again, from the muscle worship side of things, I think that's what's great about you is because from the imagery standpoint, absolutely beautiful, Jasmine. And you as a whole, you have that internal and external beauty. And you have people gravitate towards you. So I say keep it up on that front because from your physique, from everything in general, you got that spice about you. Dare I say that flavor. So it all rolls up into one for you.
Thank you.
No, you're very welcome. First and foremost, people, if you have not checked out Jasmine on OnlyFans, you are missing out on a lot of great content. And I definitely would say check out her Session Girls profile on Session Girls because there's a lot of great photos, there's a lot of great action. And I got to say one thing first and foremost. I've seen you give some head scissors. I've seen you get some body scissors, man. The technique is there. And I got to say, I would not want to be on the other end of that. So you do showcase a lot with that line of work that you do.
Yeah, that's why I offer a real knockout. Sometimes I have some people who just want to try to real pass out, and I do it with my reverse scissor, which I filmed with Scissor Fox in Toronto. We did some video from there, and people who saw the video saw how much I can be real into this. And I mean, that helped me to have some more session where they saw me doing scissor for real. They see that I'm not playing the game. I do put real pressure and not just being a bodybuilder, but also do like real time session fighting for those who want to try me. They won't regret the way I can put pressure on. So I'm pretty much about that.
I think the best way to sum it up as well, and also to put a little mix of it, you're kind of like one side, it's a 50-50 coin, right? So it's like one side, I'll fulfill your fantasy, but at the second time, it's like no fucks given. I'm ready to kick some ass. So it's a nice little mix, and it's a fun mix.
That's why I'm Fitbeast. I mean, I'm the one who can be on the fantasy, but can also can me. If you don't listen to me, you're just gonna regret the way I can be me because I hate time waster. I'm pretty hate time waster. So I can be nice but when it comes to point that you just waste my time, it's just gonna kick ass and you won't regret the time you have with me if you just do it and get it away. So
beautifully said and eloquently said it. And Miss Jasmine Leclerc, I do have a final couple things I want to say to you. And before we close this out, please, anytime you want to come back on for round 2, you're more than welcome. I really had a blast picking your brain and just getting to know a little bit more about you and the world that you do and how you apply your craft. It's been a pleasure and a privilege for me.
Pleasure for myself too, Michael, anytime. And as I said, if you miss out what I'm doing and what I'm giving in real, just check out my OnlyFans. I mean, you won't regret. Fitbeast Goddess. I'm Fitbeast in real, but the Fitbeast Goddess is way other side of me. So anytime, and pretty grateful that you received me today.
Hey, it's my pleasure. First and foremost, from the French-Canadian side, from just in general, I will say this, as we were talking about with how, I'll be honest, some of us Americans do speak fast. I love that about you, your accent and everything that goes on to you. I got to say, you got that whole package about you, so please, it's an absolute honor for me.
Thank you, Michael. Really nice to meet you and have that time with you anytime. Can I ask me anytime question? I would be there.
Feeling is mutual, and I will say this before we do close this out. Jasmine, this is where I step back. I wanted you to promote the social media as well for people on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, OnlyFans. The links will be in the description below this audio. Please promote your social medias.
Yeah, so on Instagram, it's Fitbeast Goddess. On OnlyFans, it's Fitbeast Goddess. How to say the little mark?
Yeah. Yes, OnlyFans, Fitbeast Goddess. That'll be in the description. I get it. Yes, I get it.
Yeah, Fitbeast Goddess. That's VIP. And for I have Twitter, which is Fitbeast Goddess, and I do keep my Facebook for my personal media, so just for my personal. So Instagram, OnlyFans, Twitter, Reddit. I started to have a Reddit, so it's Fitbeast Goddess that I VIP to. So you can find me anywhere, and on sessiongirl.com, just write Fitbeast, you will see me.
It's self-explanatory, man. Here's the thing about it, too. Just Fitbeast. It's all you need to know. It's marketable. It is you, and it encompasses you as a whole, Miss Jasmine Leclerc. And the last words I will have for you before we do end this: beauty, strength, and dominance, the three key elements that make women the work of art that they are. Miss Jasmine Leclerc, I include you in those sentiments. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you as well, Michael. Wish you a great day.
Same to you. All right, guys. We'll talk to you in the next episode.